Quiz 2 Question 8. You're offered the following projects with given cash flows, same as in the prior question. Assume that the company is indifferent between taking and rejecting project D. So this is some key terminology here. We're indifferent between the project. That means that it's not really adding value. There's zero value, so it tells us this is our break-even point, what our cost of capital is. Assume that the projects can be done only once. If you can choose only one project from above, which one will you choose? So the first thing we want to do is calculate an IRR. So we can see the highest IRR is for project B. What we also know is we're indifferent about taking project D at 10%. And what that implies is that with project D, we're breaking even. We're indifferent. We get a 10% rate of return, but it doesn't create any additional value. So we can calculate an NPV. And so, as an example, if we put up here 10%, we say equal to NPV with our rate right here, and we'll lock in our rate, hit F4, and then we get our cash flows, and then we add back in our cost to times 0. We can see that project A is worth $175.66, and we can just drag this down. So you can see we're indifferent. We get a 10% rate of return in project D, but it adds no additional value because the cost of funds is 10%. So we're just breaking even, and that's why we're indifferent in project D. So if we could take on one and one only project, we would, and we have $200, we would invest in project A. Why? Because that gives us the highest NPV of 175.66, assuming that's our cost of capital, which is what we're assuming since this information tells us we're indifferent between taking and rejecting project D, since it has a 0 NPV.